Hello everyone, welcome to Jurisedge Academy. If I'm audible to all of you, can you type in the chat box if I'm audible to all of you? Okay. So we have done a lot of sessions regarding the jurisprudence in the last one and a half month. We have done a lot of sessions regarding jurisprudence. I hope you liked all those sessions. We talked about the most important questions from the jurisprudence. Today's session is something different. Today's session is in relation to preparation strategy. Okay. Because which is also very important, as only 3 months left for our exam preparation, right? As only 3 months left for exam preparation, that's why it's very, very interesting for all of us and important for all of us to know regarding our preparation. And in this video, in this live session, we're going to not only take your Q&As regarding the preparation, also we are going to understand and we are going to discuss about a lot of things regarding the CLAT PG 2020 preparation in the next 3 months. Okay, so if I'm audible to all of you, can you type yes? Then we're going to start, and you can ask the question in the chat box whenever you want. Okay, so let's start with the session today. Okay, let's start with the session today. We're going to talk about now in the next 3 months what to do for your preparation. Okay, what are the subjects that you need to focus on? What are the subjects that you can leave behind? What are the how to read the case laws? What kind of case laws may be asked in the exam? And also another very important aspect is the passage related aspect. Okay, what to do, what not to do, and you can ask your own preparation related videos or own preparation related questions that you may ask. You may pose anytime in the chat box. Okay, आप आपके प्रिपरेशन रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन कभी भी आप मुझसे पूछ सकते हो. I'll be able to answer, and so it will be very interesting. It will be very, very interesting for our discussion कि how to prepare for the next this exam for the next 3 months. Okay, so let's start. Yes, Pragya saying also CLAT PG pressure is there. Yeah, definitely pressure is definitely there, and that's why we're going to talk about how you can just subdue the pressure and manage your timing, manage your mental health, manage your preparation very well, so that you can go ahead and crack the CLAT PG. Not only preparing but also crack the CLAT PG. Now, if I'm audible to all of you, kindly type in the chat box. Okay, so we're going to start with the session, and guys, any query that you people having, type in the chat box. I am going to answer live today here to help you out in this case. Okay, so if I'm audible to all of you, can you type in the chat box? So let's start. Okay, I have jotted down some few points that today I'm going to talk about. Okay, so if you want me to elaborate on any other topic जो CLAT PG preparation में है या LLM exam के preparation के regarding है, तो उसमें आप कभी भी मुझे enlighten कर सकते हो. I'll be deliberate on that thing also. ठीक है? अच्छा. So let's talk about first. Okay, is it possible to crack CLAT PG in the next 3 months or not? Okay. First is possibility. Okay, because if you don't believe in whether you are going to crack the CLAT PG in the next 3 months, definitely you are not going to crack it. Okay, 110% sure कि आप नहीं crack कर पाओगे जब तक आप consciously sure हो कि आप crack कर पाओगे या नहीं. So how many of you think that you are going to crack the CLAT PG, or you think you are capable enough to make the preparation for CLAT PG within 3 months? How many of you think that? Can you type in the chat box? How many of you can think that? The chat box. I'm checking the chat box here in another system. So how many of you think that you are capable enough to make the preparation within the next 3 months for CLAT PG? How many of you think that? Type yes if you think you are capable enough. Because if you are not capable enough, then the next बाकी तो कोई सवाल ही नहीं उठ रहा है. ठीक है, बाकी all of the things are really nothing to talk about, right? How many of you think you are capable enough to make the preparation? Type in the chat box how many of you. Okay, now why the capability is very, very important, because Shivam is saying yes, definitely. Shivam, that's very good that you are saying it's you, because first you have to believe in yourself that you are going to crack it. Okay, because without believing that, it's not possible. Without believing that, it's not possible. 110%. Whatever you are going to read, how much you are going to read, no, never. So it's about believing your just giving it a proper confirmation from your side that I am going to go for this exam, okay, which is 100% needed from your side. Otherwise आप next 3 महीने में वो जितना मेहनत ये क्लैट पीजी के लिए करना पड़ता है ना, उतना मेहनत नहीं करोगे आप. Okay, so first is this. Now how many of you think, there are many people who might be thinking it's not possible. So let me tell you why it's possible. It's very much possible for all of you. The reason being, last year, previous years, every year students they prepare for 3 months, and Jurisedge say hundreds of students they have cracked it within 3 months. So if it's preparation, can it be done within 3 months? Definitely. In the last 3 years, it has happened hundreds of times. So, and even the decent law college student they have done it. Okay? Even मीडियम लॉ कॉलेज स्टूडेंट, ठीक है, जहां पर थोड़ा बहुत ठीक ठाक पढ़ाई होता है वहां पर भी किए हैं. अच्छे कॉलेज वाले तो किए ही है, ठीक है, 3 महीने में. तो आप लोग फालतू का ये टेंशन करो यार मेरे से नहीं होगा, उससे नहीं होगा. ये पास्ट डेटा इज शोइंग इट्स पॉसिबल. व्हाई टू थिंक इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल? ठीक है. सो फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट थिंग यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि इट्स वेरी मच पॉसिबल. इट्स विद इन योर रियल्म. आई एम टॉकिंग टू यू, आई एम नॉट गिविंग यू सम कि मैं आपको ऐसे बच्चों को जैसे बोला जाता है ना कि आपको मिलेगा, ऐसा कर लो आप, ऐसा नहीं है. इट्स आई एम गिविंग यू द डेटा कि इट हैज हैपेंड फ्रॉम द Jurisedge. तो बाकी अब आउटसाइड ऑफ Jurisedge देयर आर लॉट ऑफ स्टूडेंट, दे माइट हैव क्रैक्ड इट, दे हैव डन इट. ठीक है. सो इट्स वेरी मच पॉसिबल विद इन रियलम टू गो एंड क्रैक द एग्जाम. फर्स्ट. सेकंड थिंग, मैं मान लेता हूं 3 महीने में क्रैक नहीं हो सकता है. फॉर टाइमिंग आई थिंक चलो 3 महीने में क्रैक नहीं हो पा रहा है. ठीक है. सो फॉर दैट केस, why don't you think कि let's give it exam, give my 100%, because there are so many things to learn from this particular exam. CLAT PG में आपको जजमेंट पढ़ने का मौका कोई और एग्जाम में नहीं मिलेगा. 110% sure. This the way you are going to read the judgment, the way you are going to understand the judgment, that's going to change your whole legal career. Okay, and I can give you 100% guarantee regarding that. If you are going to study at least 25 to 30 judgments, अगर आप पढ़ लेते हो, अगर आप क्लैट पीजी नहीं भी कर रहे हो, that is going to change your whole perspective regarding learning the law, understanding the law, which is very much fundamental in your legal career. Okay, so क्लैट पीजी को not only thinking कि सर मैं LLM करूंगा, नहीं करूंगा, जुडिशियरी करूंगा, लॉ ऑफिसर बनूंगा, सर मैं सेबी दे सकता हूं, सर मैं एनजीओ में जाऊंगा, सर मैं एडवोकेट बनूंगा, मैं कॉर्पोरेट लॉयर बनूंगा. लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स आर देयर माइट बी गोइंग थ्रू इन योर माइंड, बट थिंक अबाउट, okay, keeping thing aside, let's focus on the process, let's focus on the subject that I'm going to focus on. ठीक है. तो उसमें फोकस करो and move ahead. Okay, so first, is it possible to crack the CLAT within 3 months? Definitely it's possible to crack the CLAT in the next 3 months. It's 110% possible. If you give your 100% without thinking whether you're going to crack it or not, keep it aside, give your 100%, absolutely possible. Acha, now let's talk about the next thing. Now let's talk about the next thing that I'm going to talk about. Okay, which is subjects that you need to study. Okay, subjects needs to study. Guys, anyone having any query, do let me know. Anyone having any query, do let me know. Anyone having any query, do let me know. Okay, the reason being, that's the section that we are having. If any query regarding your preparation that you want to ask me, आप जरूर मुझे बोल सकते हो. ठीक है. Anything that you want to ask, you can ask me in the chat box. I haven't got any queries so of okay. Now let's get to the what are the subjects. What are the subjects that you need to study? Now guys, there are a lot of subjects to be, I mean, last 2-3 साल में there are so many subjects that have been asked, like CRBC has been asked, like evidence has been asked, like there are other subjects, tax has been asked, there are labor laws questions आए हैं. कौन से subjects छोड़े सर, कौन से subjects नहीं छोड़े? ठीक है, which is very much important for all of you to understand. कौन से subjects छोड़े या कोई भी subjects ना छोड़े. How many of you here have completed all the subjects? How many of you here have completed all the subjects? How many of you here have completed all the subjects or going to complete all the subjects? How many of you thinking leaving some of the subjects? How many of you are here? Now, first you need to understand the subjects that may be asked from the CLAT PG, which is very, very fundamental for you to understand. कि आपको समझना पड़ेगा कि क्या CLAT PG में किस type of question. Yes, I'm going to talk about the revision also. I'm going to talk about the revision also. First, what are the subjects? And revision is going to be followed also, Ashutosh. So first is the subject. Subject, you can talk about the Constitution, jurisprudence, contract, tort, IPC, international law, family law, environmental law, company law, administrative law. These are the subjects that you are going to focus on. Okay, these are the subjects that you are going to focus on. These are very, very fundamental for your exam preparation. Now, sir, you might be asking, sir, tax law se question pucha gaya, sir, labor law se question pucha ja raha hai. True. There are 5 marks or one passage may be asked from tax law. But suppose you don't have much time to read tax law, labor law, or TPA, those subjects that you can leave, you have to leave, because there are major subjects which carry most of the marks, like 70, 80, 90 marks. You cannot leave those subjects behind and go for the revision subject, go for these tertiary subjects like labor law, tax, and the TPA, IPR. These subjects you have to leave behind if you haven't done a preparation. I'm not telling you if you don't have the time. If you have the time, please do it. If you don't have the time, you're starting the preparation, you're going to start the preparation for that. Okay, leave those things aside. Focus on these subjects that I told you already and move ahead with your preparation. That will be very, very fundamental. Okay. Now, the next thing that I'm going to talk about. Okay. So I told about what to study, what to leave. What to leave is the tax law, labor law, PPA, IPR. These are the things you may leave because the question may be asked from these subjects. Okay, there might be 1 or 2 passages, but if I go by the grand scheme of the 120 marks, there are 10 marks that you're leaving behind. 110 marks के लिए आप preparation कर रहे हो, ठीक है? So that case you need to understand के what to do, what not to do, ठीक है? What to do, what not to do. So these are the things you need to understand for subjects, and what are the things that I'm going to focus on. क्योंकि एट द एंड ऑफ द डे अगर आपके पास टाइम नहीं है, आप टैक्स और लेबर लॉ पढ़ के टाइम वेस्ट कर रहे हो, जहां पर आपको मेजर सब्जेक्ट्स और प्राइमरी सब्जेक्ट्स पढ़ने का टाइम नहीं मिल रहा है, रिवीजन करने का टाइम नहीं मिल रहा है, और आपको लेबर लॉ में 5 मार्क्स से टेंशन है, वहां पर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में 30 मार्क्स निकल जाएंगे आपसे. सो डोंट डू दैट, बिकॉज़ इट्स गोइंग टू हैम्पर योर होल स्टडीज एट द एंड ऑफ द डे, राइट? कि आप अगर पूरे ग्रैंड स्कीम में देखोगे, टैक्स लॉ इस बार पूछा गया है, हिस्ट्री में पहले कभी नहीं पूछा गया है. सो that has been asked, मैं मान लेता हूँ 5 to 10 marks पूछा गया. Whereas jurisprudence or constitution or contract, international law or family law or maybe environmental law, admin law, आप वहां से क्वेश्चन आपको मिलेंगे ही जी. You can't leave those things. So you have to segregate the things, you have to give the importance, you have to prioritize the things, and then you are going to focus your preparation, which is fundamental in your preparation, right? So first is this prioritization. Now I got some questions. Let's answer those questions, sir. Many students prepare for CLAT, they do basic read judgment, but what is the difference between those who crack those and who not? What is the thin difference? Thin difference is the division. PP. Thin difference is the division. Why I am telling you, there are people who have done or who cracked the CLAT with 500 rank, 400 rank, and people who haven't or who cracked the rank within 50 rank or within 100 rank. The difference is the revision. How many times you revise? How many times you revise? Okay. At the end of the day, जितनी बार आप रिवीजन करोगे उतनी क्लैरिटी बढ़ेगा, उतनी मेमोरी आप रिटेन करोगे, उतनी चीज आप रिमेम्बर कर पाओगे, एंड देन उतनी बार आप जितनी मॉक दोगे उससे और भी रिवीजन आपका प्रोसेस स्मूथर होता जाएगा, एंड बाय दैट यू विल बी एबल टू रिमेम्बर एंड यू कैन correctly mark those question in the exam hall. So definitely revision. Okay, that is another thing. क्योंकि 1-2 बार तो सब कोई कंप्लीट करते हैं. जो 1 महीने बाद भी स्टार्ट करेगा या 1 महीने 30 दिन में स्टार्ट करेगा, वो भी एक बार कंप्लीट कर लेता है, either from guide book, either from other sources, either from study material. But the thing is that can they retain the things? Can they remember the things whenever it's needed to be remembered or retained? That's a very important thing. Did you get the answer? So that's the revision is the thin line difference, and the mock, the attempt of the mock. It's not only the one mock, the revision of the mocks again and again, which is very fundamental. Acha, varieties of mock. Book source for legal, current affairs and case laws. There are not particularly book source that are going to be available. True Light, I don't know your name. What's your name? You can do let me know what's your name so that I can call you by your name. So book source for legal, current affairs and case laws. देखो live law bar and bench है. There are no particular book source for current legal affairs or case laws as of now. From Jurisedge student, yeah, we are providing the case brief each and every year. That's a totally different thing. अगर आप कोई कोचिंग में ज्वाइन करना चाहते हो, आप कोई कोचिंग ज्वाइन कर सकते हो. It's totally up to you. But as of now, I don't know what you need for CLAT PG. उस हिसाब से case laws. There are 100 judgments. There are these judgments books आप available होगा. But वो CLAT PG के लिए is not suitable. Any of the book are not suitable for CLAT PG. ठीक है, उसमें आपको CLAT PG के लेवल का नहीं मिलेगा. ठीक है. अच्छा, so either you live law, bar and bench, और हम लोग Jurisedge Academy के चैनल में we are posting the important videos. तो वो वाला देखो, ठीक है, case laws वाला, that will be helpful for you. अच्छा, what is the cutoff of 2022 and the seats? Okay, so cutoff, Jayendra, please elaborate your question for cutoff. You are asking the top 5 NLUs cutoff or the University of Bangalore cutoff or any other things, the PSUs cutoff. What particular cutoff that you are asking that I'm not able to get it? Acha. Okay, so now Jayendra, do let us know about your question in detail. Let's proceed with the session. Let's proceed with the session regarding the case laws. Okay. Regarding the case laws, how to read the case laws, which is very fundamental. Before that, if you haven't liked this video, just like this video. It will be very helpful, and share this video to your community, any WhatsApp group, any Telegram channel, because people who are going for CLAT PG, this video is going to be helpful. Okay. So now, yeah, Jayendra is saying for NLUs. Okay, for NLUs, your cutoff would be top 5 NLUs के लिए अगर आप जा रहे हो, आपके cutoff would be by rank wise. Yeah, definitely 400, 500 would be rank, but depending ये हर साल change होता है. And the second thing is that के आपके next जो part है कि for score would be, for last time the score was around आपके 65 64 65 is the score which you can get. I don't think so the 64 65, rather than you focus for 75, that's a good marks. You will definitely get at least in lesser Bangalore and answer with the 75 marks, and that's the safest score. That's the safest score to play around. The reason being, you never know how the CLAT PG last year बहुत सारे students have scored way more than expected, more than 80. Okay, so Jayendra, 75 is a good score. Alongside with it came up 75 and rank 400 is a good score. Yeah, 75 the rank this thing is a good score. Okay, so how to read case laws? Okay, how to read case laws. Now regarding this next question, what are the problems that you people face regarding reading the case laws? Anyone having any problem reading the case laws that you people have? Okay, then I'm going to address that, but rather than that, I'm going to tell you how to read case laws. Now case laws पढ़ना बहुत मुश्किल है. Lot of people, lot of YouTube channel talk about आपको ratio पढ़ना है, आपको ये पढ़ना है. Lot of things are there. ठीक है, but the thing is that you have to understand the case very well. क्योंकि देखो 2020, 2021 and 2023, this 3 years paper, these are totally different paper. आप अगर सिर्फ 2022 को रिलाई करोगे और आप जा रहे हो CLAT PG एग्जाम देने, it's very difficult for you. It's very difficult for you to crack the CLAT PG if pattern change. Pattern is going to be aligned like aligned with 2020 paper. You never know how the CLAT shifts their pattern, how the CLAT changes their pattern. So you have to be very careful regarding that. But that doesn't mean कि आपको केस लॉ का हर चीज पढ़ना है. ठीक है, बट ऐसा नहीं कि केस लॉज आप लाइव लॉ में जो रिपोर्ट होता है वो उतना पढ़ लिया मैंने, दैट विल बी डन, और मैं थोड़ा रेशियो पढ़ लिया, ऑबिटा डिक्टा पढ़ लिया, लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स आर देयर, दैट विल बी डन. नो, दैट्स नॉट लाइक द केस. You have to understand what to read. You have to understand what's included. Okay, what's included in the case. ठीक है, तो definitely you are going to read the facts, the reasoning, issues, and what are the major cases that has been discussed there, ठीक है, ये सारे चीज तो आपको पढ़ना ही पड़ेगा. Other than that, जो मेजर केसेस है उसको भी आपको थोड़ा देखना पड़ेगा, because they might ask you question from that as well guys. For CLAT, you can't believe CLAT, they can change anytime. They are like chameleon. I'm sorry to say you, ठीक है, but they are like chameleon. They can change anything anytime with their strategies, with their pattern. So be aware about these things. Okay, so regarding the case laws, what to read. So first, how to read the case laws, that's very very important. तो आप अगर कोई केस लॉस पढ़ना चाहते हो, आप कोई नया केस लॉस देख रहे हो, तो केस लॉस कैसे पढ़ोगे, उसके लिए आप पहले एक काम करो कि first, to understand the case, if you haven't read the case, to understand the case, आप पहले कोई भी रिपोर्टिंग जो है लाइव लॉ का, हिंदुस्तान टाइम्स, इंडियन एक्सप्रेस, हिंदू, बार एंड बेंच, एनी न्यूज चैनल का रिपोर्टिंग आप पहले पढ़ो to understand the case laws. Okay, after understanding the case laws, then any case brief that is available at your hand आप वो पढ़ सकते हो. And then what you are going to do next, you are going to go to the judgment. ठीक है, and then जजमेंट के सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट जो है रीजनिंग, और आपको जो रिपोर्टिंग पढ़ने के टाइम लाइव लॉ और आपके केस भी पढ़ने के टाइम जो मेन मुद्दा, मेन इशू आपके सामने दिखा, उसको आप डायरेक्टली कोर्ट रीजनिंग में जाके मेन जजमेंट के पढ़ना स्टार्ट कर सकते हो, बिकॉज आपका मेन काम है टू अंडरस्टैंड द जजमेंट फर्स्ट, व्हाट डज इट टॉक अबाउट, रादर देन डिकोड द जजमेंट एट फर्स्ट इंस्टेंस. ठीक है, तो आपका मेन काम क्या हुआ, पहले कोई रिपोर्टिंग पढ़ना, सेकंड केस ब्रीफ पढ़ना, थर्ड है मेन जजमेंट में जाके जो मेन मुद्दा है उसको डिकोड करना, देन आपको होल जजमेंट पढ़ना है. दैट विल बी द प्रॉपर वे यू कैन डिकोड द होल जजमेंट इन बेटर फैशन, रादर देन डायरेक्टली जाके जजमेंट खोल के पढ़ना स्टार्ट कर दिए. आप डायरेक्टली जाके भी जजमेंट पढ़ना स्टार्ट कर सकते हो. आई एम नॉट स्टॉपिंग यू टू डू दैट, बट इन केस इफ यू आर नॉट if you are not really that aligned to read whole judgment, ठीक है, अगर आपको लगता है नहीं मैं नहीं पढ़ पाऊंगी या नहीं पढ़ पाऊंगा, and all of the things are going on in your mind, then I'll tell you कि आप ऐसे कर सकते हो, that will be very very helpful for you. It has helped lot of students. ठीक है, तो केस लॉस आप ऐसे पढ़ सकते हो. Now let's talk about some of the queries that you people have. अच्छा, so I took the Jayendra's NLU's question. Anyone having any queries, to let me know in the comment box. Do let me know in the comment box. And yes, I'll be taking your queries. Acha, Avantika is saying, sir, I am purely preparing for PSU recruitment through CLAT PG 2023. Could you share any tips for that? So Avantika ji, if you are going for PSUs, one thing that you need to keep in your mind, which is very very important, is that you have to be in the top 10. Okay, why top 10, even top 5? Why I am saying it to you, and there is a reason. Recently I was talking to one of the top 8, rank probably 8 or 9. Okay, I was talking to that particular individual, and that girl is waiting. As of now, that girl is waiting. She hasn't got the chance for PSUs. She's in the waiting list. So I don't want anyone to go and crack the exam, then waiting for the PSUs. Lega nahi lega, mere upar hai, I am depending on them. So I want you to target for definitely top 5 or top 10. अगर top 5 भी नहीं हो रहा है तो top 10 के लिए आप जा सकते हो. ये फर्स्ट आपको टिप्स में दूंगा. rather than go for top 50, top 20 नहीं जी, आपके नैरो करना पड़ेगा. because if you are not narrowing down, अवंतिका जी, then आपके गोल ठीक नहीं है. then आपके गोल है go for the NLSU Bangalore rather than PSU. so your goal has to be aligned first. second thing is that PSUs के लिए ना एक चीज आपको बहुत ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा. PSUs के लिए there are a lot of PSUs. इस बार भी PSUs गया है. अपूर्वा गुप्ता from Jurisedge PSUs में गया है. ठीक है, she has cracked it before here Jurisedge से. ठीक है, अब she has cracked it again. Now you have to understand one very important thing, that one very important thing is that आपको एक चीज रिवीजन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है आपके लिए. ठीक है, क्योंकि योर मार्जिन ऑफ एरर इज वेरी वेरी थिन. यू कांट गेट द सेकंड चांस. ठीक है, तो आपको मतलब आपके स्कोर में बोलूंगा आपको कहां पर टारगेट करना है, गोइंग टू टेल यू, बट आपके मार्जिन ऑफ एरर इज वेरी थिन, सो योर रिवीजन वुड बी वेरी वेरी टॉप नॉच, रिवीजन वुड बी वेरी वेरी टॉप नॉच, योर बेसिक्स क्लैरिटी हैज टू बी देयर, ठीक है। आपके ऑल्सो you can't leave subjects. मैं पहले इनिशियल स्टेज में बोला कि you can, the people who are starting their preparation, they can leave tax, labor and all those things. For you it will be very very dangerous to suggest you कि आप ये छोड़ के चले जाओ, ठीक है, tax laws, labor laws and these things, because आपके लिए 1 मार्क्स 2 मार्क्स 3 मार्क्स which is very very valuable अपंतिका. I hope you are understanding what I am saying to you. ठीक है, तो आपके लिए वो सारा चीज मैं आपको नहीं सजेस्ट कर सकता, तो आपको सारे सब्जेक्ट्स पढ़ने पड़ेंगे. You never know they may ask question again from tax law, you never know they may ask question from TPA, so PSUs, this is very very important. Now next question, next thing, आपको डेफिनेटली 80 तो स्कोर करना ही पड़ेगा, ठीक है. दिस टाइम 80, with the 80 rank the people have scored ranked around 30, but I don't think so कि इस बार भी होने वाला है या कमिंग इयर्स में 80 में 30 रैंक होने वाला है, but nonetheless you have to score at least 80 to get into that, ठीक है. तो आपको 80 तो स्कोर करना ही पड़ेगा, ठीक है. Now having said that, you have to also think कि मुझे 80 कहां से स्कोर करना पड़ेगा, ठीक है. तो आपके कुछ मेजर इंपॉर्टेंट सब्जेक्ट्स आपको बहुत ध्यान से चूज करना पड़ेगा, एंड ऑल्सो बी फ्लेक्सिबल, क्योंकि एग्जाम में अगर आप फ्लेक्सिबल नहीं रहोगे तो यू माइट गेट ट्रैप्ड, बिकॉज आप सोच रहे हो आप कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में आप अच्छा कर लोगे एंड जाके एग्जाम में देखिए कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में तो पूरा बम्बू कर दिया क्लैट पीजी वाले, तो तब आपके पास मौका नहीं रहेगा, और तुरंत आप अगर वहां पर क्वेश्चन पेपर में आपको लग रहा है मेरा स्ट्रेंथ, जहां पर मेरा स्ट्रेंथ है वहां से मैं आंसर नहीं कर पा रहा हूं, देन यू विल गेट टोटली डिरेल्ड इन द एग्जाम, ठीक है. तो यू हैव टू वेरी वेरी केयरफुल विद ऑल दोस थिंग्स अवंतिका जी, यू कांट गो लाइक दिस, ओके, यू कांट गो लाइक दिस. आपके लिए बहुत सारा चीज है जो आपको टेक केयर करना पड़ेगा फॉर दिस थिंग, और आपको रिवीजन तो मतलब मैं क्या ही बोलूं, यू हैव टू मतलब 20 to 30 times you have to revise, okay, because we know I have directly guided PSU student, so I know what it takes to get into PSU, so that's why I'm telling you. Okay, now I hope Avantika that it's going to help you. Any other query that you have, so do let me know in the chat box. Acha, let's get to the next part regarding the passage. So today I got one of the comment कि सर पैसेज से तो क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछता है, रैंडम क्वेश्चन पूछे जा रहे हैं. तो रिगार्डिंग द पैसेज, what to suggest, what to do the passage, how to tackle the passage. So first and foremost thing you need to understand for the passage is that passage is that के आपको पहले आंसर या क्वेश्चन से स्टार्ट करना पड़ेगा, then you will go to the passage. That would be the first and foremost thing that you need to understand. Okay, so without going into the passage, without going into the passage, you will start directly getting to the MCQs first. Read the question, read the answers, जितना हो सके करो, then you will read the passage, because that would be the proper thing without wasting your time in the passage, जिससे आपका कुछ मतलब नहीं बनता. Second thing, आप बोल रहे हो सर पैसेज से तो क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछ रहे हैं, बोले ठीक है जी, देयर आर, यस ट्रू, देयर आर सम रैंडम पैसेजेस जहां से क्वेश्चंस नहीं आ रहे हैं, ठीक है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, बट वो तो पिछले साल हुआ है, पिछले साल हुआ है, बट दैट डजंट मीन कि इस साल होने वाला है, ठीक है. सो डोंट टेक इट. देखो क्लैट को कभी आप वन डायमेंशनल मत सोचना, क्लैट इज ऑलवेज मल्टी डायमेंशनल, क्लैट कैन मे चेंज द थिंग्स एनी टाइम, ओके. सो डोंट थिंक लाइक दैट कि ये हो रहा है वो हो रहा है एंड लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स आर देयर, दिस इज द पैटर्न, ऐसे जा रहा हूं मैं. The moment you go one dimensional, it is going to hit you hard and it's going to break you down. Okay, so passage से क्वेश्चन आया है 2021 में भी आया है, 2022 में भी आया है. There are questions that has been asked from the passage. So there are like jurisprudence का क्वेश्चन आप अगर देखोगे जहां पर आपको पैसेज पढ़ना पड़ेगा, ठीक है, पैसेज पढ़ के आपको आंसर ढूंढना पड़ेगा. There is some one international law क्वेश्चन जहां पर आपको पैसेज पढ़ने का कोई जरूरत नहीं है, रैंडम क्वेश्चन दिया गया है. So it's both will be there, ठीक है, both will be there. So you have to understand the passage, ठीक है, you have to understand the passage. Passage is sometimes कि आपके पेरीफेरी कभी कभार आंसर देने में के टाइम पेरीफेरी ब्लॉक करता है, which is very very fundamental. कभी कभार हम लोग सोचने के टाइम, आंसर सोचने के टाइम anything we can think of, so that passage is going to just limit our periphery so that we can think in that particular domain. अच्छा, now another thing is the time management. But any other query that you have, kindly type in the chat box any other query that you have. Type in the chat box. I'm going to entertain your queries as well, if you whatever the queries that you have. Okay. Acha. Now, next is time management. Either in the exam hall, either during the preparation, both are equally important. Okay, both equally important. The people who haven't liked this video, like it, and also to share it within your group. ठीक है? आप like करो, share करो, which is very very important, because this video is going to help a lot of people who are going to check this. Acha. And can you suggest a strategy for the revision? Okay, yeah. Before getting into the time management, let's take another question from Ayushi. Ayushi, they're saying, can you suggest any strategy for revision? देखो, strategy का revision mock is directly related to strategy. Okay, mock is directly related to strategy. So one very important thing that you need to understand is that कि आपको mock तो देना ही पड़ेगा. First, second thing, अगर आपको रिवीजन करना है, आपको आपके लिए नेक्स्ट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है जिसके बारे में अभी बात भी करूंगा मैं, वो है नोट्स. नोट्स इज वेरी फंडामेंटल फॉर योर एग्जाम प्रिपरेशन. ठीक है, आप कैसे नोट्स बना रहे हो, इधर ऑनलाइन नोट्स यू आर मेकिंग, और इधर आपके सेकंड ईयर फर्स्ट ईयर के कॉलेज के नोट्स आप लेके आ रहे हो, इधर आप गाइड बुक से पढ़ रहे हो, इधर कोई प्राइमरी मटेरियल बना के आप नोट्स क्रिएट कर रहे हो, या आप हैंड रिटन नोट्स बना रहे हो. ऑल दोस थिंग्स आर वेरी वेरी फंडामेंटल फॉर रिवीजन. इंसान का, एक स्टूडेंट का रिवीजन तब अच्छा होता है जब उसका नोट्स तगड़ा होता है. नोट्स एक जगह कंपाइल्ड होता है, तभी एक स्टूडेंट बहुत अच्छे से रिवीजन कर सकता है. अगर आपके स्कैटर्ड है नोट्स, देन योर रिवीजन विल नेवर बी गुड इनफ. योर रिवीजन विल नेवर बी इनफ, क्योंकि आपको 10 जगह हाथ मारना पड़ रहा है एग्जाम के 30 दिन पहले, व्हिच इज वेरी वेरी नॉट वेरी वेरी डेंजरस, क्योंकि आपको टाइम वेस्ट होगा आपका. So आपके जितने एक जगह नोट्स है, आई एम नॉट टेलिंग यू यू हैव टू मेक ऑनलाइन नोट्स, ऑफलाइन हैंड रिटन नोट्स एवरी टाइम. यू कैन मेक ऑनलाइन नोट्स. आई हैव सीन लॉट ऑफ स्टूडेंट मेक दैट. तो आप आपके ऑनलाइन नोट्स भी बना सकते हो, बट एक जगह रखना. दैट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, सो दैट कि एग्जाम के टाइम यू कैन बेसिकली prepare that thing. ठीक है, you can prepare from one base, so that revision will be very very helpful. ठीक है, और जितनी बार पढ़ोगे, रिवीजन का कोई स्ट्रेटेजी नहीं है, बट रिवीजन का एक पर्टिकुलर मंत्रा है that you have to understand. It's not about कि एक one time two time revision, it's about कि how many times you will do the revision. ठीक है, it's मतलब जब तक आप मतलब खाना पीना सोना रिवीजन इतना नहीं होगा ना, आप सपने में भी आप कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ये सारा चीज देखना स्टार्ट नहीं करोगे, मतलब मेटाफोरिकली आई एम सेइंग, तब तक आपका रिवीजन कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ है. आप बोलो सर एक ही चीज बार बार पढ़ो, एक ही चीज बार बार पढ़ने से ही मास्टरी आता है जी. द पीपल हु आर that good enough to crack any competitive exam, and people who are that good enough to become master in any field, they're repeatedly doing the things. That's called law of repetition. Okay, it ingrains the things within you, which is very very important. Okay, now let's talk about the next post. Rather than going to the next question, let's talk about the time management. Okay, let's talk about the time management. So टाइम मैनेजमेंट के लिए मैं सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज बोलता हूँ कि अभी से टाइम मैनेजमेंट कैसे करोगे. आई हैव मेड अनदर वीडियो रिगार्डिंग दैट. पीपल हु हैवंट चेक दैट वीडियो, कैन यू डू चेक इट, हाउ टू मैनेज योर डे. तो आपका अभी जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है कि टाइम मैनेजमेंट, आपके पास जितना भी टाइम मिल रहा है 5 घंटे 6 घंटे, फर्स्ट फोकस ऑन द बेसिक्स. प्राइमरी सब्जेक्ट्स को कंप्लीट करो, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, ज्यूरिस्प्रूडेंस, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, टॉर्ट, आईपीसी, इंटरनेशनल लॉ, डू दैट very well, and then go to the next level where you go to the another subjects, family law, environmental law, administrative law, all those subjects. You focus on those subjects, and then you can go to the case laws. But how to manage the time, sir? Depending on कि आप अभी कहाँ पर stand कर रहे हो. ठीक है, आपको अगर लग रहा है कि मैं जजमेंट स्टार्ट कर सकता हूँ, because आपको करना भी चाहिए, एग्जाम बहुत पास है, तो that you can do it. तो आपके मेन जो फोकस रहेगा जजमेंट, 3 घंटे 4 घंटे यू स्टार्ट रीडिंग द जजमेंट्स, 1-2 घंटे आप बेसिक्स पढ़ सकते हो, दैट यू कैन गो अबाउट इट. सो डिपेंडिंग ऑन योर प्रिपरेशन स्टेज, व्हिच इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. बट टाइम मैनेजमेंट का एक चीज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, जब आपका टाइम हाई है, एनर्जी हाई है, तब आप सबसे डिफिकल्ट टास्क उसी टाइम करोगे. इधर लर्निंग procedural laws, either learning the case laws, either studying the case laws for the first time, either whatever the subjects that you are weak at, all those things can only be done when your energy is very high, you are in optimum, you are in the flow state, that you want to do that. Okay, now Next thing that I'm going to talk about is the exam time preparation, time management. Exam and time management is very fundamental. Why is that exam and time management very fundamental? The reason being कि एग्जाम के टाइम एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज होता है कि the students who have really good preparation but they are not able to complete the exam because of time management. तो आपको पहले से मॉक में ऐसा प्रिपरेशन करना पड़ेगा सो दैट एग्जाम में आप अच्छे से उसके लिए ड्रिल्ड हो. You will be able to do it within 2 hours itself. Because in the last 3 years, I have seen very good student with brilliant preparation. They have suffered because of the time management skill in the exam, or they are not well drilled enough in the exam for the exam. ठीक है, तो आपको टाइम मैनेजमेंट के बारे में अभी से सोचना पड़ेगा. whether you are attempting mock, आप टाइम कम रखो, आप 5 मिनट में 15 क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट करो. ठीक है, in the MCQs, by that you will be able to manage your time, get yourself in the drilled mode all the time. ठीक है, अच्छा, so that will be very helpful. Okay. Let's take another question. Sir, we give online mock but CLAT is offline, we have to fill the OMR sheet, how will we manage that? So PP for you that देखो ऑनलाइन मॉक तो होते हैं, जैसे हम लोग ऑफलाइन भी सेंड करते हैं फॉर मॉक. ठीक है, तो the thing is that you have to understand one very fundamental thing कि for online mock, and that's why what we do, हम लोग टाइम लिमिट बहुत कम कर देते हैं. ठीक है, क्योंकि OMR शीट फिल करने के टाइम दैट टेक्स अनदर 15-20 मिनट्स. ठीक है, अनदर 15-20 मिनट्स, तो आप मान लो 10 मिनट तो आपको OMR शीट में लगेगा फिल करने में. ठीक है, so that's why what we do basically, हम लोग क्या करते हैं, हम लोग 120 क्वेश्चन है, हम लोग ऑनलाइन मॉक में कम कर देंगे. ठीक है, तो आप बेसिकली विल बी ऑटोमेटिकली ड्रिल्ड फॉर द एग्जाम प्रिपरेशन. ओके, अंडरस्टूड. So that's how we are basically helping the student. Lot of student complain, sir time कम क्यों है, and lot of things. बोले यार आप नहीं समझोगे, because here it is online mock, here it is offline mock. Offline mock has some other limitations, like here you have to fill the OMR sheet, admit card, lot of फलाना ढिमकाना आपको करना पड़ेगा, which takes around 10-15 minutes of your time. So why not attempt a mock right now in online mode within 1 hour, within 1 hour 15 minutes. Now you are more prepared to attempt the mock in the offline in faster. ठीक है, that's how we do. Jurisedge में ऐसा ही होता है. ठीक है, तो that you are going to that's how you're going to do that. Okay, that's how you're going to attempt that. Okay, acha. So let's talk about the notes. Notes are very important. I talked about while answering the IOC. Anyone having any query, do let me know in the comment box, because we are kind of end of the session. If anyone wants to ask anything, please do let me know in the comment box. I'll be really happy to take your query and answer it. So that'll be very helpful for you. Okay, so so for you, the notes is another notes another very important thing. Make very good notes. ठीक है, make compile notes, make primary notes से आप नोट बनाओ. टाइम बहुत कम है, I can understand, but the thing is that अगर आप नोट्स नहीं बना रहे हो, कोई एक बुक को फॉलो कर रहे हो, इधर गाइड बुक को फॉलो कर रहे हो, सॉरी, तो do that. ठीक है, अगर आप नोट्स बना भी नहीं पा रहे हो, सर मेरे पास टाइम नहीं है नोट्स बनाने का, ठीक है जी, आप टाइम नहीं है तो टाइम तो उठा के लेके तो नहीं आ सकते हो आप. बट द how to do the thing is that के how to do the things, either you do the guide book. ठीक है, आप गाइड बुक से पढ़ो, गाइड बुक से नोट बनाओ, बाकी कोई भी स्टडी मटेरियल वहां से उठा के आप गाइड बुक में एक प्राइमरी स्टडी मटेरियल बना के उसमें आप हाईलाइट करके एक्स्ट्रा एडिशनल चीजें नोट डाउन करके आप उसको ही पढ़ोगे एग्जाम के टाइम. बिकॉज एट द एंड ऑफ द डे एग्जाम के 30 डेज पहले क्या पढ़ोगे वो मैटर करता है. ठीक है, which is very fundamental. Okay, so that's why I want all of you to make notes, handwritten notes. So क्योंकि इसमें ना मेमोरी होता है, आप जितना लिखोगे ये दिमाग में बैठता है, which doesn't have, आप ऑनलाइन में ऐसा नहीं होता है. ठीक है, तो it has some kind of different kind of memory. The writing has a different kind of element to it. ठीक है, जो बाकी ऑनलाइन चीज में नहीं होता है. ठीक है, तो बट डिपेंडिंग कि आपके पास कितना टाइम है ऑल्सो, ठीक है, ऐसा नहीं कि आई एम टोटली स्ट्रिक्ट विद द राइटिंग. अच्छा सर, हाउ टू गो अबाउट DULLM? दिस वीडियो इज रिलेटेड टू CLAT PG. आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग मच अबाउट DULLM, बट DULLM के लिए देखो एक चीज तो है, आई एम गोइंग टू मेक सेपरेट वीडियोस ऑन द DULLM एंड एवरीथिंग. तो सर्वोच, यू डोंट नीड टू वरी रिगार्डिंग दैट. बट DULLM के सबसे ठीक है, तो आपको तो बेसिक्स बहुत फाउंडेशनल चीज बहुत अच्छे से करना पड़ेगा सर्वोच्च. आई एम गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट ऑल दोस थिंग्स इन द एनी अदर वीडियो, एज टुडेस वीडियो इज ऑन CLAT PG 2023. अच्छा, any other having any other query, anyone having any other query regarding the CLAT PG 2023 preparation? Anyone having any other query regarding the CLAT PG 2023 preparation? Kindly type in the chat box, because we are going to we are just at the end of this session. I hope it's very fruitful session, because we talked about a lot of things. And guys, also CLAT PG 2023 capsule course is live. If you haven't checked it, it's absolutely fine tuned for within 3 months preparation. आप जाके नीचे link है, जाके click करो, check it out, and you can also enroll for that. Okay. And if you haven't joined the Telegram channel, can you do join the Telegram channel? Also, our open mock is going to be live on 25th, so don't miss that open mock. It's going to be very, very fruitful for all of you to test your preparation, to gauge your preparation. अब जाओ open mock के लिए register करो. The open mock link is there in the Jurisedge website and also in the Telegram channel. If you haven't checked it, and also आप mail करोगे तो आपको बता दिया जाएगा what is that. And also, if you haven't liked this video, can you do give it a thumbs up? Okay, it's a very, very fruitful video. See you the next time, talking about the other aspect of it. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed to the channel, kindly do subscribe to it and press the bell icon. Next time, thank you, see you soon.